Jackson Hole is more than 3,000 kilometers and 2 time zones away from Washington, D.C. An annual retreat amid spectacular Wyoming scenery for central bankers like the chair of the U.S. Federal Reserve to mix some blue sky thinking with more immediate problems that bring them back to earth.
Higher tariffs have begun to push up prices in some categories of goods.
But Jerome Powell can't quite escape the politics swirling in the nation's capital. Donald Trump calling for one of the central bank's governors to resign over allegations of mortgage fraud is just his latest broadside against the Fed, including repeated personal attacks on Powell.
He's a terrible Federal Reserve chairman.
The US president wants Powell to cut the main interest rate that drives the entire economy. And in his speech to the Jackson Hole Symposium on Friday, Powell hinted it might be time to cut businesses and consumers some slack with a lower rate that eases the cost of borrowing and hiring.
With policy in restrictive territory, the baseline outlook and the shifting balance of risks may warrant adjusting our policy stance.
The Fed has held off amid concerns Trump's tariffs are reigniting inflation, and cutting that rate will drive it even higher. But as well as controlling price rises, Powell's job is also to achieve maximum employment. And job numbers over the summer have been dramatically revised down, compounding declining economic growth.
Downside risks to employment are rising. GDP growth has slowed notably in the first half of this year to a pace of 1.2%, roughly half the 2.5% pace in 2024.
Powell didn't give a timetable for any potential rate cut and may not have that long to oversee this change of course. Trump is openly discussing candidates to replace him once the Fed chair's term ends in May next year. Owen, Fairclough, CGTN, Washington.